So the Winter is Coming event is back again. This is the second time that we've actually done it here in 1402. And in this video, I want to go over a few of the things that we've learned, a few of the strategies, and some of the things that you can do individually to get ahead. So one new thing in Winter is Coming as of now, this second run, is now we're missing one thing. They've eliminated the summoning code. So if you want to see where the codes are, if you go over to, you can go into items here, and you will notice that you have scrolls and codes. So the codes are these books here, and the scrolls are the scrolls. Right? So now you have the Storm Scroll, Piercing Scroll, Time Scroll, Disperse Scroll, and you have the Weakness Code, Rapid Code, Ice Code, Curse Code. No more summoning codes, so there's no way to summon monsters to attack your enemy. So that's a new thing that's come. I think they did it so that alliances last a little bit longer in the event. So one of the strategies that we take, and I know we're sitting pretty low in the rankings at this moment, but that won't last. Whenever the Winter Master is up, because we don't have a ton of active people on, we let it go all the way through and hit. We do that because it actually applies a buff here. Let's see if I can find it here. So it applies a debuff, or a buff actually, to all the other monsters that are headed towards our alliance base, so that when we attack it, we actually do, here it is, we do 30% less damage to the Winter Fiends and Winter Squires. So to it, we would do a normal amount of damage, but it has 2.8 billion battle power that you have to kill, health that you would have to kill. And so we let it hit. It does 400 damage to our castle here, and then we can kill the rest of them pretty easily. If you look at the other castles, they're, you know, these guys are good because they're just playing straight, but right here we go. You know, again, OZC is our big rival here, and we're applying things like we are speeding up all of their other monsters, their fiends and their squires, while we're weakening the Winter Master when it's out. We're not speeding it. We want it to take as long as possible to actually reach their castle, because it's going to apply that debuff to everything else. Okay, and then on all of the other monsters, we definitely want to apply the weakness, the rapid, ice code, curse code. We want those to hit, and we want to make it difficult for them to actually kill them. So that's part of the strategy. Individually, whenever you're going to do your attacks, you want to maximize what you can actually do with your attacks. So you want to make sure that you're applying your expansion, your attack, and your HP buffs. And you also want to make sure that you apply your fast expansion. This will get you the biggest army expansion that you can possibly get. Is going to help you out a ton. The other thing you can do to kind of take it to the next level, if you go over to your beast talents, this guy right here, this troops converted attack, will allow you to do, and this trick works with any PvE type attack. So this skill right here, this talent, will allow you to do a lot more damage whenever you're in PvE. And I'm going to show you an example here. If I look in my Fiend Trial, so I just swapped over to this today. You can only switch your talents once every 7 days. So now I just switched over today, so now I've got to wait 7 more days. But look at the report. So, you know, before I did the swap, I was doing, you know, let's say 4.7 million damage. When I did the swap over, look, you can see I went more than double what I was doing before. More than double what I was doing before. Same monster, and these are buffed, so I'm always buffed. So I dealt 4.7, and then I did 11.2 once I switched talents. So this should apply here to the Winter is Coming event. And so if I go over here and I try and attack, and I know I've got the debuff on here, there's a couple things I can do whenever I'm attacking a fiend. Right? So you have the fiends and you have the squires. The squires have 470 million, and the fiends have 941 million health. So if I want to go, and it looks like here this Winter Fiend's about to hit. I'm not gonna attack it, but let's say, and I'm kind of breaking the rules here, but just for the video, just for the sake of this, I was doing about 98,000 to 120,000, or 100. Yeah, well, let's check it out and see what I do. But I can see this monster right here. It has some debuffs that my enemies here, OZC most likely, has applied. So I want to use item. I want to use the Piercing Scroll, and I want to also use the Storm Scroll to give me my 20%. So now I'm going to do an attack on this monster. I have one attack here. I have another one coming up in 22 minutes, 23 minutes or so. So here I want to start my attack. I want to set my march up correctly. So actually I want to lower this down. I'm going to use my fiend attack, which is at about 71,000 frontline. I can max out my tier 11 archers, max out my tier 11 angels, and I still have a lot left over. And then I'm just going to go and fill in the rest with tier 10 archers. Okay, I'm going to set out, and let's see how we do here with this damage. Alright, so I did 135 million, where, and this is with a debuff on there, so it'd probably be in the range of 160 million. For me, that's really good. I don't know if I can go back that far, because now we have the monster killing event, the phase of the Strongest Lord. But I was doing significantly less than that, probably around 100 million, typically. So it looks like that is working, and if we actually look at that fight, and you can go through here, you should know this, right? You can go in and see what these monsters actually do, so that you can, adapt to it. I probably could have gone in with one of my infantry just to distract a little bit, and that would give me a little bit longer to actually hit it. The longer you give your backline to actually hit, the better it'll go. It's always going to end at 31 seconds. So here we go. All right, that's not bad. I would, my next attack, I would probably add that infantry in there just to distract a little bit. I tweaked around with it a little bit, and that 70 for me is about perfect. It may work a little bit different for you though. All right, so I hope this helps as far as a couple tips and tricks here to help you with your Winter is Coming event. Let me know if your alliance does it a little bit different, or if you found something out along the way. As we share knowledge, it will make it a lot better for everybody. So thanks a lot, and talk to you again really soon. Take care.